News, a closer look at the displays on the CSU Plaza and the groups advocating for different choices. CSU vets helped a miniature horse get a second chance. We have footage of the horse's brave journey to recovery. And in entertainment, a look at a new chicken hotspot that recently opened in town. All this plus weather and sports coming up right now. Good evening, Rams. I'm Willis Scott. Thank you for tuning in to CTV News. Even with the stormy weather we've had this past week, Colorado State University is happy to announce that Sunny Lubick Field construction is on track and, more importantly, on budget. The $220 million project has had no major setbacks thus far, and CSU President Tony Frank maintains that the project will help this community grow. The field is still set to be finished by mid-2017. CSU professor Temple Grandin has been elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. The announcement was made Wednesday in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Grandin is a well-known animal welfare leader and an advocate for autism awareness. She was diagnosed with autism at an early age, but has had many accomplishments in her career. The American Academy of Arts and Sciences is comprised of the most accomplished scholars and practitioners worldwide. The Academy provides nonpartisan policy advice to decision makers in government, academia, and the private sector. It seems like there's something going on the Plaza every week. This week is no exception. Two groups and one sign-holding student expressed their views on abortion Tuesday afternoon. The Students United for Reproductive Justice represented the pro-choice view. A display from Justice for All expressed pro-life views.
I'm going to go present what I believe is right.
What is it that you think is right? What is this nope all about?
Just to me, if you're ever in a situation where having a child is going to be the worst thing both for you and the child, if you're not prepared to raise a child, give it the life it needs, and surely any mother, wants to give the child that life, but if they're unable, I feel like abortion, at least in its early stages, if anything, should be a solution to that because we're already overpopulated.
Here to be a positive energy on the plaza and just make sure people know that they're supported and this isn't the only opinion out here.
And as always, our group always has condoms, we have smiles, we have some candy, and we're just trying to get a positive energy out on the plaza.
And can you tell me a little bit about your group?
So Students United for Reproductive Justice is a Planned Parenthood affiliate. So that means we're focused on sex education. We are a pro-choice organization. We are interested in advocacy issues. And so we're here saying that we think women should have the right to choose what happens to their bodies. I don't believe that anyone other than myself and my doctor knows what's going on for me. Shame and stigma shouldn't be attached to a basic medical procedure.
Today we have an exhibit that is called the Art of Life display. And so we have pictures from different time periods. There's 9 panels on our exhibit. So it's saying that the art of life is better than abortion. We desire to create dialogue, and so we've created a free speech board for people to be able to go over to write their opinions. We have staff who are there and ready to answer any questions people may have. If the unborn is a human being like us, we can't exclude them from the group of human beings who actually deserve the equal rights that we do. Doing that actually pulls the rug out of the very reason why I deserve my rights as a woman. It's the very reason why sexism is wrong. It's the reason why racism is wrong. So I just would ask that people would actually take that into consideration as they're processing through their beliefs or their understandings for why abortion should or shouldn't be legal.
The Justice for All tour was invited to CSU by pro-choice student groups on campus. The tour will visit more than 60 universities this year. Fort Collins will soon have a new recycling center. Opening on August 22nd, the Timberline Recycling Center will offer a convenient curbside drop-off area. For a fee of $5, residents will also have the option to drop off hard-to-recycle materials, which include batteries and used motor oil. The new recycling center was approved by City Council to help with community waste diversion goals. The center's hours of operation will be Tuesday through Saturday from 8 in the morning to 6 in the evening. The end of winter weather means that backpacking season has started. CSU's campus recreation program hosted a backpacking class on Tuesday, highlighting important tips like choosing trails, what to pack, and how to be prepared to have a safe and fun adventure. 2 trip instructors share their personal experiences backpacking.
I hiked the Colorado Trail this summer, which is 500 miles Denver to Durango. And I've done 2 weeks in Nepal, and I did the Colorado Trail solo, so I would highly recommend getting out there on your own and just enjoying sleeping outside, drinking water from the rivers, and walking, and the peace that can come from just being out there. It's beautiful.
Personally, backpacking's just been a really great way to get away from stuff. Not like issues, but just get away from everything and be able to just be me, and stay away from my phone and people and just get away. A lot of trips have been by myself, which have been fun. And then on a professional level, even outside of here, during the summers, I'm a backpacking guide. I get to take more extended trips and lead people, and that's a lot of fun for me to do as well.
Van Tassel says that the outdoor program has free clinics to help you get into almost anything outdoors. And he recommends visiting Gearage, a local store that sells used outdoor gear. A miniature horse named Shine was given a second chance at life after receiving help from the Colorado State University Veterinary Teaching Hospital. Shine suffered an attack from a dog on December 29, 2015, and was left with a mangled hoof that led to an infection. His owners turned to the veterinarians at CSU for help. Shine received treatment at the teaching hospital over the past few months. CSU alumnus Dr. Britt Stubblefield advised CSU vets that they had to amputate Shine's lower left hind leg. Shine was the perfect candidate for amputation and prosthesis, which is an uncommon approach to treating horses. The last CSU case of equine amputation surgery and prosthetic fitting was in 1998. A prosthetic hoof was 3D printed and fitted onto Shine. His owners had planned to train him as a show horse, but Shine's future could now include becoming a therapy horse for kids with disabilities and for wounded warriors. Liz, what do you think about that miniature horse?
You know what, Willis? I love this story of how you had a horrible accident, was attacked by this dog, but ended up having a very happy ending. And Willis, we found this on your Facebook page. Can you explain this awesome picture?
Oh, this, sure enough,
Yes.
That is my Facebook profile picture. Yeah, and that was actually my high school senior photo. I grew up on a ranch in Elizabeth, Colorado, and we had a few of those mini ponies running around, so I figured I'd take a picture riding one. I don't know you can really call it riding the horse because my feet, as you can see, are still on the ground.
Yeah.
But that just means I have less far to fall.
Well, Willis, our viewers can't tell how tall you are, but can you tell them?
6'4".
6'4" and riding a miniature horse, folks.
All right.
Well, speaking of shine, we're going to be having lots of sunshine. I'll have the full forecast coming up right after the break.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Hello, Rams. I'm weather anchor Elizabeth Prossi with your latest weather update. Now, we are finally thawing out after that spring snowstorm that brought us just over 5 inches of snow here in Fort Collins. As you can see, most of that snow is melted, though, here at Colorado State University. We've got a nice evening, a little bit of a breeze as that flag is gusting in the background. But looking at our temperatures, it's not too blazing hot on this 420. Sorry, I had to do that. But we do have some clouds, do have that slight breeze. So if you're walking out and about Old Town tonight, you're going to see those clouds linger. We're going to cool down to those 40s. So you will want a light jacket if you're heading out tonight. But as the clouds start to clear, you're going to see that moon come out. We do have a full moon coming up, so it's going to be a very pleasant Wednesday evening. Looking out across the state, we can see temperatures are going to finally be around average for this time of year. We've got those mid to upper 30s along the I-25 corridor. Seeing 37 degrees Lamar, 36 degrees in Burlington, 37 degrees in Fort Collins for our overnight lows. And the good news is the sun is coming out for your Thursday. Going to be a gorgeous Thursday for you. Starting out with temperatures in those 40s, but warming up around lunchtime. So take the lunch outside tomorrow. Perfect afternoon. Go play some sand volleyball, head out the IM fields with a frisbee or a football. Going to be gorgeous. Seeing those temperatures in those mid to upper 60s, and the warmth is going to continue across the state. As you can see, we've got mid to upper 60s along the I-25 corridor, even seeing a 71 degrees in Lamar, 64 in Lyman, 81 though in Sterling. So you can say spring has finally arrived back here in Colorado. Looking at our 7-day forecast, we have Earth Day Friday, a high of 75. Saturday looking to be gorgeous and sunny. But of course, it wouldn't be Colorado if we didn't have some sort of change on the way, and that is coming up for the middle of next week. We're going to see that ridge that's building over us right now start to deteriorate and give away to those troughs that are in the west moving east toward us. So that means Monday into Tuesday, we're going to see that chance of rain, but the best chance of rain will be Tuesday. And then we're going to see those clouds continue Wednesday. And with that chance of rain, we're going to see cooler temperatures. As you notice, we're going to drop from the 70s into those mid 50s. So make sure you go out and enjoy the sunny weather. In fact, we've got a football game this Saturday. That's right. Kickoff. We're going to see a mixture of sun and clouds, basically going to be high clouds. So you're still going to want those sunglasses, but those clouds are going to burn off for a beautiful 77 degrees. And who doesn't love spring football and, of course, some spring weather? Now, Molly and Carly will be up with the latest in Rams sports right after this.
Me and my boy Matt had it good. He had catnip that was off the hook. But one day, he brings a girl home, and she's allergic to cats. Every sneeze was a nail in my coffin. Now I'm in a shelter. It's decent, but they don't even have Wi-Fi.
I'm sports anchor Carly Schwarzkopf, joined by sports anchor Molly Baltzer.
We have the latest information in Ram sports, including some talk about the in-state rivalry.
Colorado State football announced that this Wednesday the Rams will be facing the Texas Tech Raiders in the year 2025 and 2026 at the new Sonny Lubick Stadium. The last time the two non-conference teams met was in 1968 and 1987. The announcement of the Texas Tech game marks the first scheduled football game beyond the 2021 season, and the Rams now have 13 football games scheduled against the Power 5 conference. Head coach Mike Bobo stated that it is important for our program to build toward the future and face competition that will challenge us and excite our fans. We're excited to play a game and have a presence in Texas where we recruit heavily and will be able to bring a Big 12 program to Fort Collins. But before we say hello to the new stadium, we still have one more season at Hughes Stadium. Season tickets for the 2016 Farewell Hughes season are available now at csurams.com/tickets or by calling 800-491-RAMS-FREE.
The Colorado State men's lacrosse team faced in-state rival, the Colorado Buffs, this past Saturday. The Rams fell short with a final score of 14-11. Assistant coach Brandon Hewlett said he thought the team was not playing their game early, and the Buffs were, and that is what made the difference. If the Rams play their game and play smart, he says they can hang with anybody. Next, the Rams play either BYU or Utah Valley in the RMLC tournament on Friday, April 29th at 4 p.m. at the University of Utah. So speaking of the Rams in-state rivalry, the Colorado Buffs, and with this semester coming to an end, let's take a look back at which competitor came out on top in the 2015-2016 sports season. So Carly, as you can see from this full screen graphic, if you are a Rams fan, it is not looking too good on the scoreboard.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Rams did lose to CU at the Rocky Mountain Showdown, but also CSU did make a bowl game this year, and CU failed to do that.
Yeah, so it kind of evens it out a little bit.
I'd say so.
If you look at the women's sport, once again, scoreboard not looking too good. The Rams are falling short. They do play at a similar level, and the games are always close, but they just fell short this season.
Yeah, definitely. The Lady Rams basketball team also made it to the NCAA tournament, and I don't believe the Buffs did.
I don't believe they did either. But one thing that does come of all of this is the fun, friendly rivalry, right?
Yeah,
at least the fans can come together and take on a little friendly rivalry.
Yeah, definitely. The Colorado State men's and women's track and field team heads to Lawrence, Kansas this weekend to compete in the Kansas Relays for the second year in a row. A few athletes are currently competing in the multi-event, and the rest of the team will be heading out Thursday morning. Last year, Colorado State made their first appearance at the relays, the men finishing second with 157 points and the women finishing third with 159 points. The Kansas Relays feature a quadrangular competition, open competition, and high school competition over 4 days, with multi-events beginning Wednesday and Thursday and open track events on Friday through Saturday. The track team only has a few meets before conference, so we can expect to see some impressive performances this weekend.
Hey, wait a second. Wasn't that you in that last video?
Yeah, I think it was.
Let's take another look. Oh, there she is. Oh, you missed the water. Is that water cold, Carly?
Yeah, it is pretty cold.
Yeah, if that were me, I would be taking a little swim.
That's okay. It can be good fun.
Good fun. Coming up in entertainment, Emma Iannacone tries some spicy Southern-style chicken at a new local restaurant.
And she will also share some munchie deals happening around town.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self, and I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Join Rocky Mountain Student Media on April 22nd for the first ever Ram Slam volleyball tournament sponsored by Chippers Lanes and BioLife Plasma. Come play in the A or B division or watch as participants of all skill levels compete to win. Enjoy local food trucks and music from KCSU. The tournament is from 3 to 8 p.m. on the IM fields and sand volleyball courts. To register your team of 2 to 4, go to eventbrite.com and search for Ram Slam. The cost per team is $30.
We're back from the break. I'm your entertainment anchor, Emma Iannacone, and I hope you've been enjoying this glorious April 20th. I have all the entertainment news your heart desires, so let's get to it. A new documentary is being released that is 3 years in the making. It follows the lives of those who professionally play the game Magic: The Gathering. The Pro Tour has been going on for over 20 years, with players from around the world and tens of millions of dollars at stake. We asked a local player about the professional scene during a recent Friday night Magic event at Griffin's Games and Comics.
But with a game like Magic, you really need to put yourself out there in the community. You need to be good and then take the extra mile to make sure people know about you so you can get started.
The film is shot and directed by Nathan Holt and Sean Kornhauser. It will be available on Netflix on April 26th. In other news, if you've got the munchies for whatever reason, a new restaurant has opened in town that will satisfy your cravings.
Boy howdy, CTV is welcoming Music City Hot Chicken to Fort Collins. The new restaurant is brought to you by brothers Jordan and Sam Graff.
This is a concept my brother and I have been working on for about 3 years. We've had some time to tinker. It's been a lot of fun, and as we've begun looking for locations, our excitement has grown.
The restaurant serves Nashville-style chicken, hence the Music City in the name. Alongside the Southern-style fried chicken, they also serve a Colorado-worthy menu of beer.
We've got a lot of great state selections, as well as some national selections. We're a little limited with what we can do on draft, but we've got a healthy bottling can list.
It's been so popular that they actually ran out of food.
The first 5 days of business, we sold a lot of chicken.
Music City Hot Chicken is located on Prospect Road next to Taqueria Los Camales. Go check it out this weekend to get your spicy chicken fix.
Very impressive food here at Music City Hot Chicken. I'm a big fan. If you want to come check it out, it's on the corner of Prospect and College. For CTV, I'm Emma Anacone. The restaurant is sure to be a hit. Check it out if you have any free time this weekend, especially if you love chicken. Speaking of the munchies, several Fort Collins eateries have many deals in celebration of 420. Obviously, the Chiba Hut is offering a deal that includes a nug, which is a sandwich, chips, and a drink, all for only $4.20. The Fat Shack is also celebrating today by giving customers a 6-inch fat doobie sandwich for $4.20. DP Dough will be offering 4 calzones for $20. The Colorado Room hosted a raffle with goods from Highlander Smoke Shop at 4:20 p.m. today. They also have live music and an art show until 9 o'clock, so make sure you check it out if you so desire. Speaking of live music, Fort Collins is getting a new live music venue as soon as the gardens on Spring Creek get final approval. $2.5 million will be provided to create a stage and lawn space to accommodate 1,500 people. This is really exciting because outdoor concerts are the best. The construction is planned to begin later this year, so hopefully we can see some local bands perform there next summer. That's all the entertainment news I have for you tonight. Tune in to CTV tomorrow night at 7 for the latest news. See you next week for our final Wednesday show of the school year. I'm going to miss you guys, but good night and enjoy those 420 deals tonight.